Good morning and happy Friday. Jordan Keck here, your complicated deal guy with another weekly market update. Kicking off, interest rates moving back up again this week from 6.69 to 6.76%. This is again for top tier purchase scenarios with 25% down, good loan amounts, excellent credit, stick-built home. So this is definitely not an indicator of what everybody's going to be getting. And then government rates are typically going to be lower than that as well. Next, we got our weekly mortgage tip, wanting to talk about something that should be on your radar, has been starting to come out for a little while. We've been seeing this trickle in, but it is the Uniform Appraisal Data Set 3.6 or UAD 3.6, which is the biggest appraisal format change in the last couple of decades. This standardizes the format for appraisers and modernizes the process. And one of the biggest changes to be aware of and to make sure your clients know, especially sellers, is that instead of maybe 20 minutes in the home taking pictures and 4 hours in the office, most of this appraisal report will be completed on site while the appraiser is in the home. So that being said, you might have the appraiser there for an hour, hour and a half, even 2 hours completing this report. And so just make sure to set those expectations with your clients. A few of the things that were really nice in this, they removed the need for appraisers to physically take pictures of comps. And so they weren't previously allowed to use MLS pictures. They had to physically drive to every single comp. Now they don't have to do that, and they are going to be allowed to use MLS photos. The value condition aspect of the report will now be on the first page, making it very quick and easy to find. And they also allow appraisers to comment about updates and conditions to specific rooms or sections of the home, rather than as a whole saying this home had updates, this home didn't have updates. This should be able to catch updates that may have gotten missed previously. And overall, I think it's a pretty solid change. This is going to be going into effect here basically starting October. So you'll see maybe a few ahead of time with the new information, the new UAD, but starting October 1st, all conventional loans will be using this new appraisal format, and then FHA and VA likely going to be adopting this sometime Q1, Q2 next year. Next, we got property tax holdbacks coming for all closings starting between September 1st and probably midway through October. This is one of those quirky things specific to Oregon here about when our property taxes come due. And so title companies will begin collecting 115% of last year's taxes plus a $75 tax holdback fee for any closings, again, starting September 1st, going through roughly mid-October when those tax bills cut. Now, when the tax bill cuts, anything extra that's been collected will be refunded back to the client, typically within 30 days. Any closings after that tax bill comes out will not have to collect the extra, not have to have a holdback, and they'll just go off of the actual tax amount. Next, we got pending home sales for July, which are signed contracts that fell 2.3%, which is weaker than expected. There was a 0.6% positive revision for June, which made the number look even worse, but still quite a bit below what we like to see. Pending home sales are now down 2.2% year over year, and NAR said that this is the highest rates of the year, and was really the main cause behind that slowdown on new contracts being signed. We also had the Treasury Department say that they will increase their long-term bond buybacks. Now, this lowers yields on bonds in the short term, running it from about September to November. The aim is to lower long-term interest rates without materially increasing the overall size of their balance sheet. So usually they'd let them run off. Now they're just going to be buying it back and maintaining rather than adding to what they already have. The market's still not really buying it though, and interest rates did not meaningful drop on the news. In fact, actually have gone back up since that time. And lastly here, the UAE has suspended all financial and economic transactions with Iran. This comes after accusations of Iran firing 2 ballistic missiles, and Trump said that there are no peace talks occurring right now, taking place, and continues to make economic threats if they do not come to the table for talks. As a result, oil prices have moved up even higher to around $89 a barrel as a result. Not what we want to see for inflation and for prices at the pump. As always, hopefully this is helpful. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time. Take care.